EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, 180, regular. Don't get nervous.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert. Pistol. Hey, echo. Check 26. Right there.
Mayfield down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. 20. And he will score. Touchdown.
Baldwin covered in with the user pick. 6 to the house.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
I cannot kick the ball.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A toss play to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 26 and a first down. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Hey, orbit. Check 13. Right there. 55.
Here's Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
Hell no.
Into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for a touchdown. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Joseph now to kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. This is Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Complete to Jason Witten. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 43-yard line.
Kill. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Alpha. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. I'm coming.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Watch 54, watch 54. Real. Let him know.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A reminder reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the feet.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
That's the pass. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Up. Get that ball. Get that ball.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 39-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Silver.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
54. You're trash, you're trash.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
20. Run. Mike, 54. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check safety, check safety.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike spot 4. Watch the out. Quick dash. Come. He's checking. Crack. King. Hey, alert 33. He's coming, double up. Hey, wahoo.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sean Lee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Go. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Rip left. Mike, 54.
Mayfield looks to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike spot 4. Let's go. 54's Mike. Hey, alert. You're not ready. Hey, Delta. Right there. 54, right there.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Kill. Alert. Hey, Foxtrot. Check Mike 54. Drop deep. Mike spot 4.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Watch the screen.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
We own them. Slam, slam, slam. Up.
They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Five. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Run. Bring it.
Mike spot 4.
Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. Joseph now to kick this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Flush to his right. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Real. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Mayfield. He's gotten Njoku over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Slam.
And again, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Alert.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Prescott now. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1-5. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. So that one will be accepted.
We go to live. 180. Switch up, switch up.
On first down, gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Prescott on 4th down. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Goff now looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the one here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Prescott. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
From the 29, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Ric Flair.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. fans a reminder. I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Where the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. To try again after the sack. Goff under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offense,
the ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys.
That's our ball, baby. Go in the other way. There you go. 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Letting one fly deep for, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Wentz looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Big stop, let's go.
Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
The 20, extending the arm. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 48 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Jalen Mills in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 38, Prescott.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Now Howard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And this is caught at the 8. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. The give is to Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. Rolling to his right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. On second down, Elliott. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 4th down, Prescott. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, they run with Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Running with Howard. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wentz going to throw. This is caught by Jackson. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On first down, Howard. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Sunday.
They go with Howard again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Wentz to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, dude. Watch 54. Watch 54. Me and you all day. All day.
From the gun on third down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Trying the right side with Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Jets. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold now to throw. A screen to Bell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the 50, it's Darnold. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, New York.
Mike, you're outside. Mike, 5-4. They're not ready for this, man.
On first down, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. This is Anderson over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll try the air now with Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 33-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Elliott running right. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 3 bucks.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, and Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott on the move to his left. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go tackle.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Now Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. On first down, it's Elliott. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott flushed to his right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground now. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the Afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Darnold now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Rolling to his right. Out right here to Herndon. And that one results in 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Darnold. This is caught. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brandon Copeland in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
He better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On 1st down, it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. This is Anderson over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Check. We go sign. Check. 48. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Darnold from the red zone now. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.